morning. Today, I'm going to talk about filters and advanced filters in Excel. Filters are used to display only the data rows that meet a specific criteria, and it hides the rest of the data from the view. So this criteria is something which you apply into the filter. It helps analyze and manipulate data without changing the underlying data itself. And it makes pattern and trend identification easier, and it simplifies data presentation and reports. Let's see what are the types of filters. First one is auto filter. This is the simplest filter. It is easy to use and can be applied with just one click. It allows filtering data based on specific values in a column. The next one is advanced filter. It is a more flexible filtering option. It allows multiple criteria and define criteria ranges and extract filtered data to a new location. Let's check how it works in Excel. I am in my Excel now. For this demonstration, I have selected some objectives which we would be doing in the filtering exercise. Let us understand the data first. The data that I have chosen is similar to what we had used in the pivot table and sorting exercise. The data contains date, state, region, product category, brand name, quantity, and sales revenue. To apply filter on your data, firstly you need to select anywhere inside your table and go to Data tab and find the section for Sort and Filter. There you would see option for filter. The icon for this option is as a funnel. You could also apply Ctrl plus Shift plus L to apply the filter. When I click on this button, you would notice small boxes and downward arrow reflecting against each column. These are the boxes which would enable us to select any specific value inside this table. As the first objective said that we need to display only Delhi states, how we would do it is to click on this box with downward arrow within the B column. You would notice that upon clicking on this box, options of all the states has appeared. You can simply checkbox the Delhi and click OK, and this way only the Delhi data would appear. Quickly moving to the next objective, which is to display only South region in Rajasthan state. You would notice that currently Delhi filter is applied. To apply another filter, we would have to clear this filter. You would notice the buttons for clear and reapply as well. Here I would use clear filter to clear the filter which I had applied on Delhi state. As the next objective says, to filter only the South region in Rajasthan, I can simply apply first filter on Rajasthan and second filter on South to display the South Rajasthan data. The third objective is to apply filter on quantity sold less than 150 units. Again, I'll clear the filter. You would notice that in quantity sold, a new filter category, number filters, is available. However, in the state or region, this filter was text filter. The reason for this is because Excel understands that whichever column you are applying your filter into, is it text or is it number or is it date or whatever is the data type. Now since here the data type is number, it is showing number filters. Once you come to number filters, it would give you option of equal, does not equal, greater than, greater than equal to, and so on. You could also use a custom filter in this case. For our objective, we need to find quantity sold less than or equal to 150. So I'll click on less than or equal to, and it will ask me that what is the number which I want to compare it with. So I will type 150 here and click OK. And this is how all the data which has quantity sold less than 150 would appear. Next objective is to display all regions except north. I could clear the filter, or I could also apply the same filter within this filter by going to region. One way is to just uncheck the north button and click OK. By this, all the regions would appear except north. Now to clear the filter on one specific column, what I could do is, instead of clicking on the clear button here in the ribbon, I can simply click on the box with the down arrow again and select the option to clear filter from region, which will clear filter only from the region and not from the quantity sold. Another way to apply filter for not showing north value is applying a text filter and selecting the option does not equal. When I click on does not equal, it would again open a box where I can simply type north and click OK. By this, again the north data has got hidden and rest all the regions are showing. The next objective is to display revenue greater than 2 lakh rupees. Since the current data does not have any value with greater than 2 lakh rupees, I'll clear all the filters and now apply a fresh filter on sales revenue. Again, here I can simply click on number filters and select greater than or equal to and enter the value of 2 lakh rupees. By this, all the data which has greater than 2 lakh rupees revenue is appearing in my data. Now next, let us apply another filter on basis of the format of the cell. You would notice that I have highlighted some cells in yellow and some cells in orange. Now to filter these highlighted rows, I could simply click on any of these columns and select the option filter by color. Here you would notice that I am getting all the options which are there in this table. Now I would select the yellow color and you would notice that only the cells which are highlighted in yellow color are displaying. Now let us move to the advanced filter. You might have noticed in the objectives tab that I have put some data here: product category and brand name. Product category and brand name, which is the heading of these columns, has to be the same as the headings which is mentioned in my original data, which is product category and brand name. Now I have selected only these 3 product categories, and let's suppose I want to apply filters only for these 3 product categories. In this case, I could choose data, advanced filter, and now I have shown you the criteria by which I want to filter. The Excel has already selected the data by itself based on the cell which I had selected. Now it is asking me to select the criteria range, which I can select by clicking on this button. Once I click on this button, I can go to filter objective and I select my criteria here, which includes the heading. Once I click OK, you would notice that the filter has got applied only for this criteria. Let's check the criteria once again. It says home entertainment system, television and washing machine. You would notice that all the data which is coming here belongs to home entertainment system, television and washing machine only. Let's try once more. I'll clear all the data and this time I'll just include TV and washing machine in my data. Again, I'll click on advanced. Excel has already selected my table. I'll click on criteria range, go to filter objectives or wherever your criteria is placed. Select your criteria and click OK. You would notice that the data only for washing machine and television has come. The benefit of this method is I don't need to select multiple options to fit into my criteria, and there is less chances of getting an option missed just in case if you have a very long list of criteria. The advanced filter also gives me an option to copy my data into some other place. Let us see how it works. Let's suppose you want to copy the data only for IFB and CanStar and LG into a separate table within the same sheet. What you would do is you will click inside this table anywhere and go to advanced and select the option copy to another location. Once you select this option, you would notice that copy to option has got activated. I'll select the criteria range, which is brand name, and then I'll specify that which cell do I want the data to be copied into. Please note that the copy function works only within the same worksheet. So I cannot copy this data directly into another worksheet. I would have to copy it somewhere in this worksheet only. So I clicked here, I selected M1, and once I click OK, you would notice that the original data remained as is, but the data only for IFB, LG and CanStar has got copied towards the right side. So this was advanced filter. I know I covered it a bit fast in this video, but feel free to rewind and look at specific sections of your interest again. Thank you for watching.